Hi guys, this course is focused on teaching on the Playwright with Python. Okay, so in this course we are going to see lot of topics like how to handle tabs, or how to handle the elements, or how to handle the different windows and API tests, element actions, Chrome dev tools, a lot of stuff. So far I have listed few of them, but this is not the actual list because the actual list is a lot more. I'm still figuring out like what and all to cover. But once you finish this course, okay, you will have no doubt on a Playwright. Okay, not so over. Okay, so I wish you guys finish this particular course. Okay, let's talk about me. Okay, I've been working on in the automation testing almost for 10 plus years now, and I have worked with the Selenium, Java, Selenium, Python, and I worked with Protractor and JavaScript, Protractor and TypeScript, and then I worked with Puppeteer and JavaScript, and then again I worked there is another tool called Serenity and Java. Okay, now currently I'm working on the Playwright and Python. I thought like this is the good time to create a course because there is not a lot of people have the courses on the Playwright with Python. So because of this reason I am creating this course so that it can help you guys as well and me as well. Okay, because I want to share my knowledge, and for return I should get some rewards. So this will be a paid course. I mean, like maybe few lessons are free, but most of the things are paid ones, so you guys can buy it into it. Okay, so in the first video let's talk about Playwright intro. Okay, so what is Playwright basically? The Playwright is a wrapper around a Puppeteer. We'll talk about a Puppeteer in a minute. Okay, what this Playwright does is it can automate your browser. That is the main important task. And second thing, it is not actually automating the browser. Okay, to put it in a simple words, we are telling browser to automate itself. That's what a Playwright is. Okay, so you might have seen there is a browser called Chromium. Okay, basically that is the engine of this Chrome as well as the Edge. Okay, so that is also looks like an browser, but internally they have built it with the code. Basically they were using a Node.js code. That's why the Playwright and Puppeteer was introduced with the Node.js, not with the Python. But they realized that use cases of this particular thing, so they have implemented in Python. So when you take Selenium, okay, so Selenium is a different tool. Basically it will tell the browser to automate this or click that, something like that. But when we are using Playwright, it actually we are writing the code inside the browser. So basically we are telling like you do it to yourself, like you click on this particular thing as on your own. Okay, so the Playwright and Puppeteer is nothing but the browser, but we are using it for the automation purpose. Okay, so we will be using the browser itself to automate the same browser. I know it's a bit confusing, but this is the difference between Selenium and the Playwright and Puppeteer. So what is this Puppeteer? So few years back Google have come up with this particular Angular. So to automate this particular thing, they have come up with a solution called Puppeteer. Okay, so this is the actual Chromium modules. Okay, so if you do it in proper way, you can build your own browser using a Puppeteer or Playwright. So then they, what they have started is they started to stop the development of this particular Puppeteer with Google. Okay, that particular development team. Then Microsoft have acquired this particular team and they have forked this particular Puppeteer. Basically it is like there is a repository of code. Okay, so they have forked it. Basically they have copied it or cloned it into a different repository. That's what Microsoft did, because previously this particular Puppeteer was open source. Now Playwright is also open source, so anybody can fork or clone it. So they cloned it and they named it as a Playwright. So when it comes to Playwright, they decided like rather than going with Node.js as a one single language, they have decided to go with multiple languages. For example, if you visit Playwright website, which is playwright.dev, you can see here they support Python, Node.js, Java, .NET. Basically Node.js also consists of TypeScript and JavaScript. Any ECMAScript will come under Node.js. Okay, so majority of the people will use Python and Java and Node.js. Okay, .NET is now it's getting reduced, but still people are using. So we have 4 options. So in this course we are focusing on Python. Okay, this is one thing. So but why should I use Playwright rather than Selenium or any other automation tool? This is one of the question that may that may make you to pick Playwright over Selenium. In Selenium, if you want to click a button, okay, you can write something like driver.findElement by XPath or whatever the locator dot click. So basically what it will do is it will go and it will click that particular button. Okay, if it cannot click it, it will throw an exception saying that it could be like other element intercepted this particular click, or element not visible, or element something, some exceptions you will get it. But when it comes to Playwright, what it does is, if you ask a particular code to click on a button in Playwright, it will go and it will see like whether the button is clickable. Let's say for example the button is not yet visible, then Playwright will wait for it to become visible. Okay, so once it's visible, then it will click. For example, let's say now you have automated something and the button is disabled after entering the username and password, because it will take a moment to get enabled if you see that user login pages and all. So in Selenium it will go fast, it will fill the username, password, it will click login, and it will fail because the button is not enabled. With respect to Playwright, it will fill username, password, and also it will go to that click command, but it will not click till that button becomes enabled. Okay, once it becomes enabled, it will try to click it. So there is a retries goes on. Okay, like it will try to click, but in case if it is not working, again it will wait some time and then it will try to see whether it's clickable or not. Okay, so once it becomes clickable, then it will click it. Okay, so this is the one big reason why people choose Playwright. I mean, not a lot of people are using Playwright, but it's going to be the future tool for the automation. That's what at least I believe. So this will avoid all the flakiness in the test cases, because when you automate something, okay, when with respect to UI test cases, let's say for example you have 100 test cases, it is too difficult to get the pass 100 out of 100. Most of the time you will see like 3 or 4 failed. Even though there is nothing wrong with the application, still it will be failed. Okay, the same thing if you execute again, those 3 will pass, some other 3 will fail. So achieving 100% of automation pass is kind of difficult with the automation tools. Even with respect to Playwright, still it will try to minimize this particular failures, flaky failures, but still the failures will happen. Okay, so if you write it in a right proper way, then you can avoid this kind of failures. Okay, so this is one of the reason why you are choosing a Playwright over Selenium. The other reason is, obvious reason is, you can go with headless. Playwright is something that is designed for headless. Basically something like you have a browser, right? So you open a browser and you click here and there, but when you go headless, you will not see the browser. It will just automatically it will do, and it is quite fast compared with the headed browsers. Okay, so this is the second thing. And then you have that API manipulations. Let's say for example you want to hit API, most probably you might have used REST APIs or requests for API. With Playwright you can use the Playwright methods itself to perform the API requests. Okay, so we will see about that one as well. And then we have an integration of PyTest and all that stuff. But one other important thing is that you can record the video of the execution with Playwright. Not only video is, most of the time people can figure it out around a way to record the videos even with other automation tools. The one unique thing that you can get with the Playwright is tracing. Basically tracing is nothing but it will give you a zip file. Okay, so if you play this zip file, what happens is you will see that what exactly happened in the automation. Like it will give you the step. If you click the first step, it will showcase like what it clicked and where it clicked. Second, if you click second step, it will show what it clicked, where it clicked, and what is the result. You can just go step by step and see like what actually happened. In video you cannot see that what errors happened, what was the application state at the time, but with respect to with using tracing, you can do all this kind of stuff. Okay, so that is the reason why I chose to go with the Playwright and to create this particular course, because for Selenium and all there are a lot of people who create courses, but Playwright it is lagging. So that is one of the reason I am creating this course. I hope you guys will give me some support, and yeah, we will see in the next video how to install Playwright, Python, and PyCharm. So that is all with respect to this video. Okay, the main reasons, let's wrap it up. The main reasons why we choose Playwright is like it will reduce the flakiness, and it has basically it is the browser, and it will wait for the clicks or any other operations till the particular operation can be performed. Also we have like the outputs as the tracings and all, and also we can run it parallelization and headless modes. So these are the primary reasons why we choose Playwright. Okay, so that's all with this video. Next video we will see the installation part. Thank you guys.